colder weather, I guess. For us, we get 60, it's cold. So we're going to go try to get 15 practices in total before we play the game. So we'll practice here. Got to miss a few days for finals, and then go till the 18th, practice in the morning on the 18th, give them a few days home, and then reconvene at the bowl site on the 22nd.
How many more reps do you give to the young guys, the scout team guys?
A lot more now.
Yeah.
In the first week and a half, they'll get as many as probably the 1s and 2s, and probably more live. We go live every other day. We won't go live every day. But as I told them, this is twofold practice-wise. One, obviously getting ready for the bowl game in Purdue, and two, to evaluate some of these young guys. So it's important for them to get evaluated now before spring ball.
I mean, I know it's your team. You kind of keep track of everybody, but do you sort of lose track in a way of certain guys over the course of the season if they're mostly on the scout team and they're not really part of the weekly game plan?
Because we watched all the film and we film everything in practice, we're still watching the guys on the scout team, but it's they're not running our offense or our defense, and so it's hard to really evaluate them. And frankly, some guys that've been in the program a couple years, it's time for them to kind of make their mark or they're going to get passed up. So there's more of a sense of urgency for them than probably the freshmen.
How would you rate looking back on the season, how would you rate the offense overall?
Well, I think, I even looked at all the numbers and stats, but they finished pretty high, and there was a couple games where we had some turnovers and didn't finish tries, but overall, I think offensively it was a pretty good year. I don't think we made anybody on the first or second team, which was a little surprising, particularly for some of the guys on offense. But there's some good stuff and a lot of room to improve. Typical coach speak.
That said, and this is an obvious question, but the impact that Khalil had on that offense once he came on.
Yeah, he certainly made an impact, and I would like to think that we were going to get better anyway. After that Utah loss, we had an open date and had a chance to get everybody better. And Khalil made an impact, certainly. You can't deny that. But I think there was other guys, too, that played better from that point on.
And you did it a lot with running. Through the year a little, but running was the majority of it.
Well, and there were some times where you didn't have to throw. And that's always ideal. If you're running and they know you're going to run it and you still can run it, that's pretty good stuff. And I think we stayed healthy at running back for the most part. We stayed healthy up front on the O-line for the most part, and that really played a big factor too.
Were you disappointed that no one made first or second team?
Yeah, a little bit. I just told the team, we're not huge on individual awards, but I think it is nice. It's important it's nice recognition for the guys, for the program, and I'm not sure how. I think is the media involved in this or just the coaches vote?
I think it's just the coaches.
I thought so too. I thought we'd have a guy or two at least on first or second team offensively, because we had really good numbers on offense. Defensively, we're a lot of young guys. And then again, we got some guys, freshmen, got great recognition, and that's good. But I would have thought maybe somebody on our offense would have been first or second team.
Seems like some of the guys are mad about that. Can they use that as motivation?
I think a little bit. I hope that from that standpoint, I mentioned it before the season. We obviously were picked to finish dead last, and there wasn't, most magazines that I saw or predictions, there wasn't an Arizona guy on first, second, or third team preseason. What's preseason mean anyway, right? But I mentioned that then, and didn't mention it again until 10 minutes ago.
Was there anybody that surprised you that didn't make it that you thought had a good chance to at least make it on the team?
Yeah, several guys on offense. I think Sean Brown and J.J. Taylor, Khalil, whether it was Nate or Jacob up front on the O-line, I thought there were those guys, I think worthy of it. But, we won't cry about it, we'll mention it, and I may use it as motivation, to get them, not just fired up for the next game, but for next season too. We got a lot to prove.
So Colin and JJ obviously were recognized for the seasons that they had.
Yeah, that's really neat. I don't know if that's to have two. Has that ever happened in the league to have two freshmen from the same school?
I don't know. You guys have only had one freshman of the year previously, I think in 2005. So, obviously a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I did, and to have two the good part about it with both of those guys, I know they'll keep getting better. Football is really important to them. They had really good years, and their best football still in front of them.
How long did it take you to realize that JJ was back to kind of where he was before the injury? Was it pretty evident in spring?
Yeah, it was evident in the spring, and we were limiting him in the spring, and then in the summer, you could tell in his workouts. I mean, he was ready to go. And, it helped us because he had 2 veterans that split carries with him, and Nick and Zach, who I thought had a phenomenal year. I think Calvin McGee just did a great job of getting all 3 of those guys in their certain roles this year.
So, Coach, about plays like the block in the back.
Yeah, and I believe they agreed with our assessment. And I thought there was a few others, maybe some offsides that maybe were missed, and I don't even know if we submitted that. But the block in the back we did, and I think they agreed with us on that. And those are, in the defensive officials, those are so quick and bang bang that whether it's those or interference penalties, you could see maybe why at the time I still have a hard time seeing it, but I would think it would be a nice rule to be able to have a challenge on a subjective call. Like you should be able to, one time a game, be able to challenge a pass interference or a block in the back or a holding penalty or something like that, because those are such critical calls at certain times that as a coach you'd like to be able to at least have one opportunity game to say, can we evaluate that on the video and see what I see or what we think we see?
Other than in my bad, do they say anything? Does anything come of that?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure they talk about it in their meetings and just go through the fundamentals part. But the guy, he was in position and he saw it saw it differently than we did. That's why I'm saying there's time and human error. I mean, there's how many times a game do I wish I had a different play call back? Especially after reviewing the film. Gosh, I wish I called this play instead of this play. So it would be nice to be able to have the ability to impact, especially one that impacts the game, be able to challenge it.
With Coach Michalczyk leaving, what is the plan as far as coaching the offensive line for the bowl game and then beyond that?
Yeah, we are not allowed to hire. There's kind of a state policy. You can't hire somebody within, the job has to be posted for 10 days. So, we've already started that process. So we got, Kyle Quinn, who's been a GA with us, played for us, and then Glenn Parker, who's been an assistant as an analyst. We got his approval. We got approval to get him as a coach now in an interim basis, and then I'll try to hire somebody. I don't have to, but I'm gonna try to hire that position before the bowl game.
Given the movement of coaching staffs this time of year, do you anticipate any other assistants?
I don't, but I got to be prepared for that. There's so much movement now, and I think the early signing period probably precipitated some of that happening quicker. And I don't want to. You hate to have to do that, but you got to be prepared to do it now. Be prepared to do it again after the bowl games, and then be prepared to do it again maybe when the NFL coaching season kind of deal goes on. So, but our schools, we're trying to do what we can, and I'm proud of our staff. I'm always got to be ready for that.
Are Kyle and Glenn candidates that you would consider for the post?
Yeah, I'm considering everybody. It's amazing how quickly the word gets out, and now it's okay. I'm used to it, but you get inundated with phone calls and messages, and not just the people that are interested, but people that know people that are interested, and so I'm vetting that out a little bit. Coach McGee is going to help me, and whenever we'll have a good coach. Jim did an outstanding job. He's a really good football coach, good people, but this is a great place, so we'll be able to fill that.
How much do you value coordinator experience? Obviously, Coach Boone and a couple of the other hires have had coordinator.
Yeah, this is not really. I mean, offensively, with myself and Coach McGee and Rod Smith, I need a line guy. Then the other thing I got to hire is the 10th coach that come up in January. So I really have 2 positions to think about and to vet out. And I have an idea what I want to do with the 10th coach and where I want to put him at, but I'm a little bit flexible with that too, so we'll wait and see.
Does this now mean an extra analyst on the road in the interim, or how do you kind of do
No, well, the analysts aren't on the, we'll just be short a guy or 2 in that analyst position. And like I said, there's so much going to happen between now and the end of the bowl games, staff-wise. I mean, I'm hoping that I got 3 GAs that are finishing the term. I hope all of them get full-time jobs. You know, analysts, some of the analysts are going to be looking for full-time jobs, and as far as on the field position jobs, so there could be some movement. You know, I don't anticipate as much movement as I had a year ago, but we'll see what happens.
Well, what about with recruiting? Do they get to hit the road? Do you have extra?
No, just the 10 guys, just the 9 guys and me right now. It's 8 guys and me right now, and we're on the road this past week, this week, and then a little bit next week, and then it's shut down for whatever it is, 3 or 4 weeks. So, you know, we anticipate an early signing period, probably signing anywhere between 15 to 17 guys. So we're going to get most of our class signed here in 2 weeks.